Every time you run the scheduler, it reschedules every unnailed work order in the scheduling queue. All work order and department level changes since the last scheduling run and any scheduling directive adjustments you've made drive the scheduler as it chooses the resources that finish work order department tasks in the shortest period of time. To run the scheduler, go to the Scheduler menu and select Run Scheduler, or simply click the Run Scheduler speedbar button. Either action displays the scheduling parameters dialog box. Start scheduling as of date defaults to the date used on the prior scheduling run, provided it is equal or greater than today. If not, the scheduler sets it to today's date. You can override the start date by picking a date from the calendar control. The scheduling start date is the absolute earliest start date for every work order and department task the scheduler will schedule. If you choose a starting scheduling date that is greater than today, you can increase anticipated progress by some percentage to take anticipated work in process increases into account when scheduling. When you run the scheduler, a progress bar and status area display at the top of the scheduler window. They keep you informed on scheduling progress. There are two situations that terminate a scheduling request. 1. Calendar information is missing, or 2. Work order sequencing doesn't support one or more work order dependencies you've defined. The first problem is highly unlikely, unless you press the scheduling button before setting up your calendar information. Make sure you read Chapter 4 Scheduling Options of the Scheduler User's Guide and do all of the setup prerequisites before running the scheduler. The second problem will be more common if you create work order dependencies, described in Chapter 6, Work Order Dependency. However, it is easy to fix. Before the scheduler starts scheduling work order and department tasks, it goes through a number of initialization steps. One of these preliminary steps is checking to make sure work order dependencies are properly supported by scheduling sequence. If there is a problem, the scheduler displays the error message as shown and terminates the scheduling run. Click OK and then click the Message Log tab and select Errors from the Message Filter combo box to see which work orders have dependency problems. By looking at the message log, we can see that the current scheduling queue violates all of our work order dependency constraints. To fix this problem, go to the Work Orders tab and adjust Work Order 206's position so that it is after all of the work orders it is dependent upon. The scheduler determines the resources that complete work orders in the shortest possible time frame and automatically assigns them to the work order. It calculates the scheduled start and end dates for every job, job item, work order and department task, and employee assignment it encounters while scheduling work orders. If you wish, you can also have it update work order ship date and material due date by requesting these scheduling options. The scheduler records status messages as it schedules work. Use these messages to pinpoint scheduling bottlenecks and problems. Use Message Filter to filter log messages by work order, warnings, errors, or to see all messages. When filtering by work order, the message log stays synchronized with the Work Order tab. Selecting a work order from the Work Orders tab automatically displays that work order's log messages. In our example, we selected work order number 340 from the Work Orders tab and the scheduler displays the log messages for work order 340. The message log tells every work order's scheduling story. What departments were scheduled and in what order. Any possible delays caused by department precedence dependencies. Which resources it chose to work the departmental need, and if there is a delay because a resource wasn't available when the department could have been scheduled, how many days we have to wait on the resource to become available. Both the Job Tree and Work Orders tabs show scheduling status and scheduled start and scheduled finish dates. We display this information using blue font, indicating it is read-only. We've designed the scheduler to present scheduling dates and status on a number of windows, both graphically and textually. Since you'll spend a lot of time on these forms tweaking scheduling input information and scheduling directives, it makes sense to see the current scheduling picture on the same forms. All three Gantt charts graphically show scheduled start and finish dates for scheduled jobs, job items, work orders, departments, and employees. Each chart shows its supporting hierarchy respectively. Working with Gantt charts is explained in the next tutorial. If you wish, the scheduler will calculate work order ship date. In the Scheduling Options dialog box, you'll see a section called Work Order Ship Date Calculation. You can base ship date on a particular department's scheduled finish date within the work order, or upon the work order's scheduled finish date. Whether you base ship date on a particular department within a work order or upon the work order itself, you can add additional days to arrive at a more accurate ship date. If you wish, the scheduler will calculate work order and work order material row material due date. It only calculates a material due date for pending work orders. We assume all other work order statuses have already dealt with material purchases. Material due date is based on the work order's scheduled start date. If you wish, you can subtract additional days to come up with a reasonable buffer between material due date and work order scheduled start date. The scheduler produces work schedule reports organized in a number of ways. Go to the Reports menu and select Work Schedule. You can organize the work schedule by employee, department, or work order. Select the type of work schedule report you wish to view and filter it accordingly.